Welcome back to the Armchair Warriors podcast. We're back in person.
We're back in Calg.
I know, back in Cowtown. It feels good.
It does. It was weird.
Tough.
Yeah, it was weird. Plus, I missed you. We were away for a whole week, so.
It was so long.
Just kidding. I'm tired of you already. It's been a long week.
It has been a long week. Speaking of this week, no hot topic of the week.
Nope.
We haven't really been able to argue with each other since we were gone for a good 8 days. So
Yeah.
there really wasn't much to
nothing to
debate.
argue about, and we were busy with midterms, so.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't really see that much this week.
No,
it was pretty lax. But anyways, we got lots to talk about. We got our first goalie interview.
Yeah.
Evan Gardner with the Saskatoon Blades.
Yeah.
He was awesome. Yeah, he is on a wagon. He was great. Really fun to talk to. And yeah, we have also lots of hockey news to talk about. There was a lot that kind of went on. Not anything significant, but there was lots that went on over the week. So
Trade deadline's coming up, so we'll talk about that today. And
yeah. Anyways, let's start it off with some of the, not as great news, but you still have to talk about it. So the 2018 Canada World Junior Team, the 5 members are going to face a jury as a group.
Yep. They did. This was decided a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And they decided, I think it was their choice that they wanted to face a jury and not take it just to a judge. So they must be feeling confident in their case, and we're gonna see a trial, but that probably won't be coming for a couple months, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a while still, but that's kind of been all we've heard about as of late. So yeah, the 5 members are gonna face a jury as a group whenever that date. I don't know if there's been one announced yet, has there?
No, they're still waiting.
Okay.
It'll be a minute, but
anyways, once we get more on it, we'll talk about it a little more. But that was kind of just something I want to touch on quickly because
just a brief update.
That is that. And speaking of a little more brighter topic on international hockey, it's back in Alberta.
Yeah, we're in for a doozy over the next 3 years. Do you got the events? Do you want me to list them off?
Go ahead.
So in 2024, we got the World Para Hockey Championships, which would be this May, coming to Calgary. And then this August, we got the Holinka Gretzky Cup coming to Edmonton. And then the Rivalry Series is coming in 2025, 26, which we were really excited for. We were really mad that we missed it this last year when it was in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, it was in Regina.
Yeah, in Saskatoon and whatnot. And then 2026, we get back-to-back Holinka Gretzky Cups, or Canadian Holinka Gretzky Cups, because they bounce back and forth between here and Czechia.
Yeah.
And then 2027, the World Junior, or the 2026 Christmas, 2027 start of the year, we get the World Juniors back in Alberta, probably in Edmonton, because Calgary doesn't have a nice stadium. But
not yet. We're getting there, though.
Yeah, it won't be ready in time, I don't think.
No, it will not be.
No.
But, yeah, international hockey is back in Alberta. We're pretty excited. I think the last time I went to watch international hockey was the World Cup of Hockey, which was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really cool.
That was my one and only international hockey. I guess, U17s and Fort St. John.
Woo, Fort St. John. Yeah,
but yeah, it'll be cool to.
You can go anywhere in Canada, and we're going to northern BC, ladies and gentlemen.
Barn was rocking. I don't even care. You can diss it all you want. That place was awesome.
I will diss it. We're showcasing our best in Canada at all the international athletes. But
yeah. Hey, they loved it. I bet you if you talk to everyone, they're like, yeah, that place was awesome.
I don't recall that being said when I did talk to someone who was there, but
who'd you talk to? Yeah, you're lying. You're lying, dude.
No, was Steenberg in there?
We don't talk about that guy.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. I don't know.
Anyways, I'm excited. I hope we get to go catch some of this stuff over the summer, like the Holinka Gretzky. There's just unreal competition there.
Yeah.
Always. So
yeah, and it's the 07 group at the Holinka. So Gavin McKenna. I wonder if Michael Misa goes back after playing in Holinka Gretzky last year.
Maybe.
I hope so.
I'd hope so too. That team would be stacked.
Misa and McKenna on the same team.
Yeah, that team would be sick.
Would be nasty.
Yeah, that team would be very, very good.
No, but exciting.
I'm very excited for international hockey. Should be a very good time, and I hope we get to catch most of it, if not all of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Depending where the Holinka Gretzky Cup is. I ain't going to Fort McMurray. But
yeah, give me a break.
Anyways, we'll move a little bit away from the international. And Calgary news, kind of. U of C is headed to the Can West Finals for U Sport. They're playing UBC. That should be a good series. UBC's a wagon. They're good.
UBC's sick.
Yeah, UFC's
they're
nasty. But I don't want UFC to win. I don't.
Oh, sorry, I said UBC.
No, UBC. That's who they're playing.
Okay.
UBC is sick, but I don't want UFC to win. Like I want UBC to beat UFC.
Yeah, they're nasty too. Like both teams are sick.
Yeah, and we can't have, as MRU students, we can't have UFC win back-to-back national.
They got worked at nationals.
Yeah.
They
Back-to-back Can West. My bad.
Yeah,
Back-to-back Can West.
Yeah.
So go UBC. But interesting little tidbit is there's 46 WHL alumni in that final series, which I didn't even know if there's 23 guys a team.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, there's no way. So literally every guy played in dub.
Pretty much. I don't know if there's any that didn't. I would have to go look through, but definitely most of them did. Which, cool that most of those guys are using their WHL scholarships and increasing the level of e-sport competition. But that's all going to change when they open up Div 1.
Yeah, NCAA is coming in to just lay the boom here soon.
That's going to shake up the hockey world. That's going to be wild.
That'll be crazy. That'll be a crazy day in hockey.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah. But anyways, lots of ex-WHLers, and because last year there was a lot of junior A guys, but now
there's a couple.
But now it's like all of them are dub guys. So
yeah, our boy Sue's going to play U Sport.
Dalhousie,
go Dalhousie.
Who did I just see that went to Dalhousie? I can't remember.
I just saw that too. I don't remember what it was.
There was somebody that I seen. But anyways, yeah, go Dalhousie.
Go Dalhousie. We love you, Sue's. Speaking of the Wheat Kings, Sue's, one of their prospects, Jax Jacobson, put up 106 points in 35 games playing Manitoba Midget AAA, which
I think that's good.
Oh,
might be good.
Yeah,
106 points.
No, that's not bad.
Not bad.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the league. I was like, the league is not good. It's not a good league.
No.
I was just gonna crap on the.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, the Manitoba Midget AAA league is not good, but this team has the Brandon Wheat Kings U18 AAA is just nasty. They've got Brady Turco, Easton Odette, Jax Jacobson, all with the Wheat Kings, and they've all produced at the WHL level in their few exhibition games. So I mean, it's still impressive to put up. It's the first time in 15 years anyone's put up over 100 points in a season, and he did it in quite a few less games because he was hurt to start the year. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, 106 points, 35 games, just kind of a little impressive. Shout out for Jax there as they move into playoffs and try and make a TELUS Cup push, and other U18 leagues around the country move into their start of playoffs this week.
Playoff hockey, baby.
Playoff hockey. It's that time of year.
Yeah, it's about that time.
And then, what was the last little tidbit of news we got before we move into the P-Dub is Chloe Primerano.
Future PWHL star.
Yeah, absolutely. As a second-year midget playing female prep, so the top female midget league in Canada, playing in the CSSHL, or at least in Western Canada.
Yeah.
She put up, as a 16-year-old defenseman, a second-year defenseman, 35 goals, 54 assists, and 89 points in 29 games as a D-man. That's over 3 points per game.
Yeah, she's really freaking good.
And she was unreal at U18s as a 16-year-old. So, let alone what she'll do as a 17-year-old.
Oh, my God.
First overall pick in the P-Dub.
She might score 40 at U18s next year.
Yeah, that might be.
She has to be. She's going to be. There's no way she's not. Where's she going to play university hockey? She committed to. That's gonna piss me off. I can't remember.
I'm gonna fact check this.
I mean, you can.
I mean, I'll take a look.
I could be entirely wrong. I don't even know if she has committed, but I thought.
Watch her just be like, no, I'm going straight to the P-Dub.
Yeah, she comes out of midget prep.
Let's see what the old Google says. Doesn't really say because
maybe I read it wrong.
No, there's a good chance she is. We don't really trust some of the stuff on here, but. She also has a full another year of midget.
Yeah, she's got time.
Yeah. No, she's got the time to kind of sit and wait for a little bit. But yeah, another shout out to her, first ever female drafted in the WHL.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Vancouver. So I would like to see her play an exhibition game. I think that'd be sick.
I think that would be fun. Unless we get one of the Vaughn twins just running her over. Because, that would be bad.
Yeah, no. And Hey, Gardner said the Vaughns are funny, decent
Yeah,
guys.
he said they were funny.
He said they're
In
funny and
interviews-
decent guys. We
yeah,
won't
maybe-
listen too much.
Yeah, no, maybe they're not as bad as as people have put on them. Maybe they are good guys.
Maybe they probably are, but man, they are brutal to play against on the ice. They're just terrible.
Exactly.
But that kind of we'll wrap that up quick, and we'll move over to the PWHL because this was sick.
Yeah, it was awesome.
These rules. They announced their playoff format rules, and as of right now, the 1 seed going into the playoffs, the 1 seed will get to pick their first round opponent between the 3rd and the 4th seed.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. I would love to see that come to the NHL.
I agree.
Like, could you imagine? Like, then you can pick an easier travel schedule, especially as the first seed. Pick which wild card you want to play.
Yeah, you play all these games. You play 82 games in the regular season. There's really no reward besides getting a wild card team, and that wild card team could, like you said, the travel schedule could suck. So
or that team could be good.
Exactly. So you're like, I'm gonna pick the other team.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not gonna diss anybody for making their playoff run a little easier because playoff runs are not easy.
No, and you got to take that advantage while you can. And
Exactly.
I think it'd be sick. Like, I mean, I'd rather play the Kings in that first wild card spot than the second wild card if I was first.
I would too.
They're
They
brutal
suck.
right now. Like they're
They're
terrible. Yeah, we went and watched them on Tuesday, but
we'll get into that.
we'll get into
after
that
the break.
later.
Or
But-
after the interview.
Yeah,
Not a
after the-
break. Sorry, you were not a break, dude. You were great.
No, it was a good interview.
Yeah.
But that was the first playoff rule. I think I would love to see that come
I
to the
agree.
NHL. I think that'd be
100%.
great. And then only 4 teams make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just kind of touch on that. Only 4.
Yeah.
Just straight up semis, finals, best of 5s for both.
Yeah.
And I don't know when it's getting started. There's still 10 games
I think
left,
it's
isn't
the
there?
start of April.
Yeah, so similar to the NHL.
Yeah.
Which it'll be over a little quicker, but no, I'm excited to watch some playoff P-Dub.
I'm
See
excited too.
how the intensity changes and
Yeah,
see what
it'll
that
be good.
level looks like.
It'll be good hockey for sure.
Yeah. And then the other interesting tidbit that they released with this post was the draft position. The draft position for the first overall will be determined by how many points you get after being mathematically eliminated,
Mhm.
which I know what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like they're just trying to make you're not tanking at the end of the season.
Yeah, like you're still playing meaningful hockey.
Yeah, like you're trying to get that first overall pick up Chloe Primerano in 2 years.
Exactly.
But you're trying to make it more competitive, but with how much parity is in the league this year,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
tough.
think it makes a ton of a difference.
No, not right now. Once they expand, it'll be a little bit easier. And
Yeah.
once these, like we talked about this earlier, but you said, once these teams kind of start to rebuild and whatnot, then we'll kind of see it make a little more sense. But right now, yeah, there is these games are so tight, and they're like these teams aren't going to actually be mathematically eliminated until probably
the
the last week and a
yeah.
half or so. So, yeah, I think it's a cool rule to implement. You said it earlier, so to kind of implement it now so it sticks and rides out
Yeah.
throughout the rest of PWHL time. So
Yeah, and with only 6 teams and 4 teams making the playoffs,
Yeah.
it's still only those 2 teams competing. You're getting a first or a second
Yeah.
overall pick, which really at this point
you're
is
not getting a bad pick.
no.
by any
You're
means.
it's not, and it's not like there's 32 teams. You're not slipping
No.
a stretch of 16 teams when you're out of
Exactly.
the playoffs. So,
Yeah.
no, I think it'll be cool to see kind of
Mhm.
how it plays out, and I mean we'll get a good test run here in a couple weeks anyways, and see what it's like.
Yeah,
with-
we're about to find out real soon.
Yeah, but I think it's an interesting idea. Talking about the NHL doing it would be kind of cool. I think.
Yeah, I think so. That one would probably make a lot of sense to implement into the NHL. Maybe the picking of seeds one would be a little tougher
Yeah,
maybe the NHL adapts and whatnot, but yeah, to see that, you kind of see these teams tank less. I mean, the Hawks right now.
I mean, but what happens if you tank early? Like you're
Well,
gonna
yeah.
tank early, get mathematically eliminated, then try and get hot.
hmm
But
So it's and like some teams aren't tanking. Some teams are just bad. Like the Hawks are just bad. It's just like you hate to see it and it sucks, but like they're just not good.
yeah, and what happens? And that's a tough one too. Like, what happens if you have a good team even Chicago saying that if their injuries weren't as bad,
Right.
if they're injured until almost the end of the season, get mathematically eliminated, you bring your boys back and you just steamroll all the way up and you just collect a bunch of points. I mean, it'd be good for them, and I know what the goal is, but it's good in theory. Going to be tough to actually
tough
put
to
into
implement.
application. So
Mhm.
I mean, try it out in the P-Dub, see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah.
But
And yeah, it's just the sample size is a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
32 teams compared to 6 is a little tougher, but yeah, once this league grows and they kind of expand and whatnot, then we kind of see it with a larger sample size, and maybe down the road sometime they implement it into the NHL. But yeah, I think these are two very good rules.
Yeah, they're rules.
Rules that they've implemented into the P-Dub. So I'm excited to see them come into full effect here in the next coming weeks.
Yeah. The one thing about the NHL that I'd like to see is if they were going to do it, and even the P-Dub, make it a show, just like the college football picks.
Yeah.
Like, make it a show, and we can all sit down and just watch and be like, oh my God, who are they going to pick?
Who are they going to pick?
Bang, we're taking these guys in the first round.
And then it like creates a little bit of a rivalry too. It's like, oh, you want us? All right.
Yeah, like here we go.
You can have us.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see it unwind here at the end of the season.
Absolutely, me too. But
let's wrap it up, hey?
That wraps up our non-NHL news.
Yeah, and no hot topic. Sorry, I don't get to make a fool out of Luke.
I didn't make any bold claims
no
this
bold
week.
Claims
I was trying to think of some, but we'll see. I'll definitely have one after this weekend when we go watch some sports. And
yeah, you'll find something to just make me want to rip my own eyeballs out. Yeah, so that's okay. Maybe I have one too. Maybe I get real hot this weekend.
Hey, I wouldn't hate it.
Hey, that'd be fun.
I'd like to look like the sane one once in my life. It doesn't happen often, but I would enjoy if I looked like the normal one for a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways, we're going to go to the interview. Luke sewered me in the interview so hard. I had to do the intro, and I was really nervous. I blacked out for the first couple questions, but the interview was really fun.
Evan handled himself really well. He had some great insight into what it's like being a goalie, because we haven't talked to a goalie yet. So
yeah, he had to carry me through the first couple questions. I was like, so I was blown away. I don't know how you do it. I respect you even more now that I had to go through that. So,
thanks, man.
Anyways,
I think we're gonna be speaking differently of each other once we do the career path after the interview.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna reach over and punch you in the nose. Anyways, we're gonna kick it over to us speaking with Evan Gardner. All right, next up, we got WHL Cup champion, third round, 53rd overall pick to the Saskatoon Blains, 2024 NHL draft prospect from Fort St. John, BC, Evan Gardner. Welcome to the pod.
It's a nice little intro. Nailed it.
Yeah, it was my first one. I was nervous.
Yeah, I threw him under the bus right before this.
That was crazy.
That was pretty good. Not bad first.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. So, to kick things off, you're our first ever goalie we've ever interviewed. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's an honor.
I'm glad you're our first. But anyways, so you were born in Fort St. John, like we said. You moved to Kelowna when you were how old, sorry?
I was 12.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
What was it kind of growing up like in Kelowna playing hockey there?
It was great. I think it helped with my development a ton, moving into that bantam division at a younger age when I was 12. I think it helped me a ton. I went to the POE program there, so got lots of time on the ice there and lots of time training and working out. So, I think it was great for my development.
Yeah, and then before you went into the WHL, you played in the WHL Cup with Team BC. And what was kind of that experience like, seeing all the other top guys from the provinces and being on the Cup-winning team?
Yeah.
He's trying. We're going to get him back any second. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Am I back?
I think you're back.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
You're good.
Do you want to restart that or?
No, you can just
Good.
answer the question. We'll edit it out.
It's all good.
Obviously it was a huge honor getting to represent my province. It was an unbelievable team we had. I mean, we were stacked. Most of the guys off that team, they're pretty highly touted prospects going into the draft this year or next year. So it was an honor getting to play with all those guys, and we kind of ran away with that tournament. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, no kidding. You guys kind of dominated there, and then you beat Port Caleb. So, but anyways, so WHL Cup, you then get drafted into the WHL to Saskatoon. and now they're pretty much the best team in Canada. What's it like being a rookie on that team and practicing against those guys and playing with those guys day in, day out?
um, it's been great. They treat us really well here. Great organization. They really look after us. It's pretty nuts to think about. The guys I kind of go up against in practice. Guys like Fraser Minton. Who's playing NHL games at the start of the year, which is pretty crazy. Or guys like Igor Sidorov, the moves he's making on me in practice, making me look silly. Um, Guys like that, or Tanner Molendijk, having him on my back end is really nice. Having him breaking out pucks for me, so it's pretty crazy to be a part of, but it's been an awesome experience for a rookie here.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, to be a part of a team like that, just stepping in is pretty crazy. And with that being said, before I skip forward, we talked you getting drafted to Saskatoon. What's the process like being a goalie in the draft? Because we haven't really got input on being a goalie in the draft. So what's that like?
Uh, like for my dub draft,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It was pretty crazy. I mean, I had really no idea when or where I was gonna go. It was a pretty stressful time for me. I mean, I was told a lot of things and all that, so I kind of had an idea, but wasn't too sure. But it was a really cool experience, though. My team, we were all on the road, and I think we had 12 or more kids get drafted that year, and we were all in a hotel room together. We were in Victoria, and we all went into a room together, and we got to watch it with each other and kind of get excited for each other when everyone was getting picked. So it was a really cool experience to be around everyone. Um, but yeah, it was definitely a crazy day for sure. Just waiting for my name to be called.
Yeah, that's just electric being around the boys for that entire day. But we
Yeah,
talked about you being in Saskatoon a little bit. And what's it kind of like? You've been playing a lot of games for a rookie, and what's it like playing like almost a 1A, 1B situation with Austin Elliott?
it's been great. I think we really push each other to be better. I really look to him when for anything really. I mean, he's a great goalie. He's got lots of things that I look to and want to add to my game when I watch him. And we just every time we're out there, we try and make each other better because we both want to be a starting goalie, right? So we're always pushing each other, and it's been great getting in a lot of games. Definitely been getting a lot more than I would have thought I would have been getting, coming into the year. Um, but yeah, it's been great being behind him the whole year and kind of learning stuff from him because he's such a good goalie.
Yeah, no kidding. Obviously, you two are kind of duking it out. Like, and your both your numbers are solid. So
Hmm.
you've been pretty impressive all year, both of you. I did want to talk about, so as an elite athlete like yourself, you were diagnosed with type 1 diabetes pretty young. How has that been to deal with as a young athlete and going through as a hockey player?
It's a pain in the ass. It's it's definitely a struggle. Some days are way harder than others, and sometimes I get a few days going where I'm doing really good, and then I got a few days where I'm kind of kicking myself because I don't know why I've been kind of my numbers are all over the place and all that. But it's definitely been a lot better this year, I would say. The training staff in Saskatoon have really been on me about it and wanting to help me so I can feel better when I'm out on the ice, which is I've definitely been noticing because, when my numbers are kind of up and down and bouncing all over the place, it can definitely throw my mood off and all that kind of stuff and my concentration. So them helping me dial it in has definitely helped my play immensely.
Yeah, no kidding. I couldn't imagine dealing with something like that, and especially when you're on the road all the time, like you're in the WHL, it sure would be tough. Um, So you mentioned kind of how the levels fluctuate, but what do you kind of do when you're training in the summer? Or like how does a goalie train in the summer?
Um, in the summer, I'm not skating a whole lot. I'm kind of letting the body recover. It's definitely a position that's pretty hard on your hips and stuff like that. So spend a lot of time, away from the rink and more so every day in the gym, just trying to get stronger. So that's kind of what my summers look like. I'm more so just in the gym, which isn't too bad for my numbers. I can definitely manage it a lot better being in the gym than on the ice. But yeah.
Yeah, with summer being said, obviously all hockey players are in the gym and getting extra reps in over the summer. What are you kind of doing to pass the time from season to season? Like, what are your hobbies between the seasons?
So well, I live in Kelowna for the summers, so obviously a lot of time trying to be spent on the links and the courses, because I mean they got some great courses there.
No
So
kidding.
lots of time there, on the boat surfing and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff you can do in Kelowna, so I'm pretty lucky to spend my summers there.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the places to be in Canada over the summertime because it's quite sweet. But we'll bring it back to hockey a little bit. What's kind of with all those top end shooters that you face now in the WHL? What's kind of your least favorite shootout move to face?
Easily low glove. Um, you know, especially from a lefty. Um, if you go, we've gone to a bunch of shootouts with PA, and they've got some guys that have hit me with it every time, and
Oh,
it fires me up because I know it's coming, and they still beat me with it, and it's a frustrating move that seems to work on almost every goalie. So
yeah, no kidding. And when you go to your film sessions, like, what are you looking for as a goalie in shooters and stuff like that? Obviously, these guys are beating you with low glove in the shootout, but what are you looking for as a goalie in your film sessions?
Honestly, when we do film, we're not really looking too much at the players that we're going to be playing. It's more so kind of just reviewing, um, just reviewing how things went in the past game and stuff like that. So honestly, I kind of keep a clear kind of fresh mind to what they're going to be doing, because I mean if I start guessing at what they're going to be doing, they're going to be beating me with something else, sort of thing. So I try and come at everyone with the um, same preparation. But yeah, it's been working so far this year. So
Yeah, it's been working wonders, I'd say. Your numbers are unreal.
No kidding.
But what's it kind of like when you go into teams like Moose Jaw and Swift now that have world junior caliber and pro caliber shots? Like what's that like? Did you notice a big difference between them and say your midget competition?
oh, for sure. Yeah. Um, for sure. I mean, those some of the things those guys can do are pretty nuts. I mean, Furcus, he's pulled some pretty nasty moves on me this year. Um, but I mean, like guys like Jaeger on Moose Shot, like you can just tell they have something different with their shot, and so it's pretty crazy to kind of experience, because you never know, like you never would have really thought you'd be kind of facing these guys and all that. So it's pretty unique and pretty cool to be up against, and I love being challenged by them.
Yeah. You're facing these pro ready guys that are just firing pucks at you like crazy. And goalies get a bad rap for being superstitious. What are your superstitions if you have any game day or before game day?
I have none. I feel like
Wow.
I am very, very loose on game days. I feel like it helps me a lot. My my thing is I just like to go around and kind of chat with everyone. It just kind of keeps me loose and keeps me just level headed and not nervous about what's going on or who's up in the stands or anything like that. I just feel like I'm really able to go out and play and not be worried about anything, and then just do that by, just having fun before the game and just, just shooting the shit with everyone.
Yeah, that's a very much underappreciated strategy for getting ready for a game. But kind of once you're in game, what do you kind of do when you have to reset, say after you get scored on or say get rough in the crease? Do you have anything that you do to kind of do a reset for yourself?
I just take a squirt of water. I do it pretty much at every whistle I find. It helps reset me pretty well, and no matter what went on, a big save or a goal, I'll always take a sip of water just to help me move on from it and be ready for the next shot.
Yeah. And we talked, I'm going to move away from just the everyday stuff. We talked a little bit about the draft, the WHL draft earlier. What's the process been like with the NHL? I know it's always looming in the draft year and you're always thinking about it, but what's the process been like for you this year?
It's been pretty crazy. A year ago I wouldn't have really thought I'd be in the position I am today. So it's been a pretty surreal experience just talking to teams and all that, and the interest shown from them. It's really cool for myself. Like hoping that it would happen one day, being a little kid. Um, so yeah, it's been an awesome experience so far.
Yeah, no kidding. Hopefully get some opportunities there. You should deserve them. And speaking of NHL teams, who when you were young did you kind of look up to as a role model in the NHL, or who was your favorite goalie?
Carey Price. I really liked him. Him being a BC boy, I think really helped me fall in love with him. And he was an alright goalie too. So
He was pretty good. I won't say he wasn't too bad. But what I did forget to write down, and now I'm remembering it. I can't believe I forgot to write this down. What made you want to be a goalie when you were younger? Like what was the inspiration to being a goalie?
it's a pretty funny story. I mean, I was always, pretty decent at being a goalie, but um, I was pretty mad that I couldn't wear a visor when I was younger. I thought visors were so cool, and when I was told, you had to wear a cage and all that, I was kind of like, oh, that's not as cool, and I was kind of like, oh, this goalie gear is pretty sick stuff. So that definitely helped, but it's definitely kind of a funny story, and I feel like one that uh, most goalies don't have is just because I couldn't wear a visor.
No, that's an interesting one for sure. And then you kind of touched on goalie equipment being cool. Our buddy would kill us if we didn't ask, what was kind of your favorite pad setup growing up?
Growing up, I had a set of Brian's pads that I really liked, and you could go buy stuff like colors stuff and throw them on them, and they'd fit in the holes. And I always thought they were really cool, and I thought they looked pretty sweet too.
I just wanted to ask one more question. I think we'll wrap it up here. Just you're in a you're in a pretty star-studded locker room. Who is the funniest guy you've been around within this locker room or any locker room?
Um, in any locker room, I would definitely say the Vaughn twins on Regina. Those guys are some of the funniest people I've ever met, and I love hanging out with them. They're so funny, and they are just bullies out there on the ice.
Yeah, they have been ruthless, and they made that jump pretty successfully to the WHL. Like they intimidated in that first couple
Yeah,
games. It was
Yeah,
impressive. But like Dylan said, I think that's going to wrap it up. And I mean, man, thanks for hopping on.
yeah, no problem. I appreciate you guys inviting me on.
yeah, we're gonna have to get you on another time, sometime after the draft. Obviously, after you get drafted.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to hop on again in the near future.
Perfect. Thanks, Ev. We'll chat with you
Yeah,
later.
yeah. Thank you.
That was Evan Gardner.
Yeah,
He's awesome.
yeah, he's
He
a
was
good guy.
fun. He sat down with us. We were on, I think, relatively late notice.
Yeah.
We shot him a text. Bad planning on our part. That's our bad. Sorry, dude. Like, we should get better at this.
Yeah, we really should. But for how often it happens, you think we'd be a lot better at this.
You think we'd get a little more efficient. But anyways, he gave us a lot. He gave us a pretty funny goalie story of how he wanted to be a goalie.
It's a unique one for sure.
That was one I've never heard before,
No.
and I thought it was really awesome. And yeah, he gave us lots of good insight. Being a diabetic playing elite hockey, insane.
Crazy.
One of the craziest things I can think of as an athlete, and he total inspiration for anybody that has to deal with diabetes and do anything athletic. It's totally crazy. So we really thank you, Evan. You were awesome, and thank you for sharing your story, and we hope all goes well for you in the future, and we hope to hear your name called on draft day.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there, so
You'll see you there. I won't,
Hopefully.
unfortunately. I'm too broke for that. So it's ridiculous. But anyways, we're gonna get back into the career path game.
yeah, I soaked one last week in overtime.
Yeah, you
And,
did. That felt good. I felt really good about that one.
That was a good pull.
Thank you.
I was proud of that one.
Thank you. I'm up
Proud
4-2.
Proud of you for that. Yeah,
I'm up
Dylan's
4-2.
up 4-2. It's on the board.
Yeah. Feels good.
Yeah, I'm bouncing back. We're gonna stretch this. I'm gonna pick this up and we're gonna run with this one. But
Flip your pen.
we'll hop right into it. Doing a little pen spin like a T flip.
That's all you.
Oh, baby.
What do you want to do?
Give me the ball.
Oh, you
Go
want
first.
All right.
Give me the ball.
Also, we've changed the shot clock.
Oh yeah, we're going to 3.5.
We're only doing 3.5 minutes just to
Hold on,
kind
let
of
me pull
speed
it
up this process, make it a little bit harder for the other guy, even though we're not very good at this game. So
No.
that's okay though.
Timer. Stopwatch. Okay. You said 3.5 minutes?
Yes, 3.5 minutes.
Okay. I'll start
Okay.
it when you're done.
So this young man started his career in Colorado. Colorado. He got traded halfway through his first season in the NHL
Rookie season.
to the St. Louis Blues.
Oh Christ.
Yep, he played from 2010 to
Colorado.
11. He played with the Blues from 2010 to 11 to 2016-17. Went over to the Caps in the 16-17 season. Then in the offseason went to the Rangers in 17-18. Played 2 seasons with them. 2019-20 played with Tampa. Then in the offseason 2020-2021 with the Ducks until the 23 season, and he is now currently on the Boston Bruins.
Oh my God, we have a current player. We haven't had a current player in forever.
We have a current
it feels
player.
like forever.
So, Avs, Blues, Caps, Rangers, Lightning, Ducks,
Torrey
Bruins. No. I like it though.
Thanks.
Good
I
rip.
was starting with the Blues and a Bruin.
Good rip.
Hey, let's get this timer started. And
Torrey
we're-
Krug is not on the Bruins right now.
Where is he right now?
The Blues.
He went Bruins. Oh, he went
He
the
was
other
a
way.
little flip-flop.
Oh, that hurts.
It's okay.
Okay. Anyways, Blues. Oh my God, that's so Blues. Who'd you say before the Caps? Or was it
Blues.
Blues Caps?
Blues, Caps.
Blues, Caps, Rangers, Tampa, Boston,
Anaheim, Boston.
Anaheim, Boston. So he just came from Anaheim.
In my eyes, he's most known for being on the Blues.
Yeah, I would think so.
They
too.
played the Kings in the playoffs all the time.
Yeah, no, he's too young. Oh, baby. Dude, that's a kind of wild for how many teams this guy's played on. It's not Cam Fowler.
No, he's been a Duck for a while.
He's always a Duck.
Yep.
DeBrusque? I don't know where he was before. He's been a Bruin for a long time.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not him.
Not him.
No, that's not good. Let me think. Going through. Man, I haven't had to think.
Is yours
about
pulled
this
up
for
on
a
your
while.
computer?
I do have mine pulled up.
I was gonna look at your timer, but okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm at a minute 20.
Okay.
Not left, in.
I figured.
I went backwards.
I figured.
Let me just pull a little. What's the second hint? Let's go to second hint.
Okay.
See if that helps me out.
This young fella was a first-round pick, 14th overall, in the 2007 NHL entry draft. He played with the National Development Program
Oh.
from 05 to 07, and then 07 to 2010 he was with BU. Played 2 years in the A before playing in
Starting
Colorado.
it. Okay.
Was drafted by Colorado, if I didn't say that already.
Okay, yeah. I should really just go through Boston's lineup that I just can't think of at the moment, which is kind of upsetting.
Do I give you a position in the second? Have we? I think we've been doing that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's a defenseman.
I don't know their Matt Grzelcyk.
No.
No. I don't even know who's on their decor right now. I don't think I've watched a Boston game all year.
Fair enough. I don't blame you.
No. Oh boy, from Anaheim.
Yeah, he's 183 centimeters tall.
6'1".
6 foot. Just barely.
No, yeah, no.
That's what they have him listed as, 6 foot.
That's about 183 centimeters.
I think you should probably take more time about thinking about your guess than...
Yeah, we only got 30 seconds left, 40 seconds left.
30? Oh, do you want to go to the next tier?
Yeah, let's go. Let's just roll.
He was on the 2014 American Olympic roster as a defenseman.
Ryan Suter, no.
He played World Jays. He had 9 points in 6 games as a defenseman.
Dog.
He played with TPS Turku in the lockout season.
Oh my god. This is going to be a bad one.
He's American. I said that already.
Yeah. Oh
He's
boy.
35 years old.
15 seconds left. Who?
He's from New York.
Defenseman's going to fuck me up.
Defenseman. His initials are KS.
Kevin Shattenkirk.
Kevin Shattenkirk.
I
Nice, dude.
should have known that. He was a Blue? Who's with the Blues? I know him from like...
He was with the Blues for like 7 years.
Yeah, but when did he go to New York? Like, that's when I think of him.
Really?
Yeah.
He was in New York from 17 to 19.
Yeah, I think of him like New York and then Anaheim. Like that was the Anaheim Boston I should have had. That's on my bad, but I'll take my 1 point because you're not getting this one. You're worse. I feel terrible about this, but
I'll get my timer up.
yeah, you get ready. You let me know. I don't know if this guy's got like any.
Go ahead.
Okay. Started his career in 2006.
Why?
He played with. Sorry, I don't know if I should count this year because he only played 3 games in the NHL.
Don't do that.
Okay, we'll start in 2007.
Okay.
2007, New York Islanders, all the way up until the 2011-12 season, where he was traded to the Calgary Flames. He played in Calgary for the end of 11, or from 11 to 13, then was traded to the Columbus Blue Jackets at the trade deadline. Played in Columbus for till 2014. Then in the offseason went to Pittsburgh. And then Colorado from 15 to 18. And then Dallas from 18 to 22. Do it. Do you know?
A part of me, I think I do. Just give me the teams.
New York, Calgary,
Uh-huh.
Columbus,
Uh-huh.
Pittsburgh,
Uh-huh.
Colorado,
Uh-huh.
Dallas. Retired in 22.
My brain goes to like Yuri Hoodler, but I don't think that's right.
No, that's not. I was scared you were going to get this one, and me and Jace really thought you weren't going to get this one. Or he said he wouldn't, but.
It's my brain says European, and I don't know why. But my brain just says he's European, so I don't. I can't. So he went. Sorry, run me through it again. I apologize.
Islanders, Flames, Columbus, Pittsburgh, Colorado, Dallas. I couldn't even tell you where this guy's most memorable from because I don't even know. But, like, I know this guy, but I don't know where he played. Like, I couldn't tell you.
It's not Radulov because he was on the Canadians. And I know he was with, but he was done way before then. I got to go to the second tier.
I love it. He is a forward from Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan.
Oh, so not European.
Not a
Okay, not even
European.
close.
No. He was drafted 2nd round, 47th overall in the 2004 NHL draft. Played in Kelowna before that, from 2002 to 2006. He is a left winger. He played in the AHL for 2 years before really becoming a full-time guy with the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. And then, and he was on the World Junior team for Team Canada in 2006. And that's kind of everything interesting about him.
Give me his teams from like 2019 on.
The Dallas Stars.
That's it?
Yeah.
What team was he on in 2017?
17-18 was the Colorado Avalanche. Come on, jump to your Chell 18. I know we've played with
I'm
him.
thinking hard. I'm thinking real hard. I only got a minute left. Oh, no. I have a minute and a half. Forgot it was 3.5.
Yep. Oh, yeah, you definitely know him from I would know him from Chell. You're right. I'd say most notably Colorado and Dallas, like the end of his career is where we would know him from.
He's a left winger.
Yeah.
It's no, not Rich Beverly. Oh, this is really gonna frustrate me when
I might get my first black eye on camera from Dylan when he hears.
I have to go. I have to just tie. I have to try and
Let's tie and push it.
Yeah.
Okay. Initials are BC.
It's not Brett Connolly.
No.
Okay.
Drafted by the Isles. He's 6'1", 200 pounds. He's 38 years old. He was born in 1986. He played with the Rockets. He had way more PIMs than points.
BC.
Yeah.
I have 20 seconds.
Oh boy.
BC.
There's nothing else I can pull from it. Like I can tell you like point totals. He had 334 points in 909 games. Like he wasn't exceptional. Definitely a third line guy. He had one season. He had a couple seasons where he like picked up his highest point total was 46 points.
I'm out of time, and I'm gonna fire off one last guess.
Yeah, hum one out there. Take your time. He was 7th in scoring on the Avs, behind McKinnon, Rantanen, Landeskog, Tyson Barrie, Alex Kerfoot, and Carl Soderberg.
He's a left winger.
I did not realize Rantanen was younger than McKinnon.
Oh,
Throw a guess out there. I'm about to take a win. Let me get up. Let me get up. I'm ready. I'm gonna hit my applause button.
I can't even think of one. I lose. I can't even think of one.
Blake Como.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my applause? Bang.
Blake Como.
You can blame Jace for that one, because I asked him. I checked with Jace, he said,
that's fair.
okay.
That's a good one.
I didn't think that was terrible.
That sucks.
That's a big win for me.
That's
Take it to 4-3. Let's ride.
well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think I would have ever pulled that one.
No, that's a weird, it's a very forgettable name.
Very
Like,
forgettable
you definitely
name.
know who
I
he
know
was.
exactly who Blake Como is, but just not a name that I'd like. Not a name that's sticking in my head.
No, and when I hear BC, I immediately go Boston College, and there's no names in my mind.
Yeah, I thought Brett Connolly was money. That's
That was
okay.
the winner. But
Whatever. We're gonna wrap this segment up. Again, I'm still at 43. I don't really care. I'm feeling good. You can have your pity win.
pity. It was no pity. Just kidding. You gave me Kevin Shattenkirk. Yeah.
Kevin Shattenkirk, that's not an easy one. He played for a lot of teams.
He did. I think I was just a bigger Kevin Shattenkirk fan when I was younger for no reason.
That's
I
weird.
really enjoyed him when he was in New
That's
York.
weird.
Yeah.
Really weird.
I was
Nobody should be a Kevin Shattenkirk fan.
I was a big fan of him in New York.
All right. Well, that's good. Good for you.
Anyways.
Speaking of guys that got traded a lot, how about the trade deadline? Creeping
Oh
up on
yeah,
us?
coming up.
And this is a very defense-riddled trade deadline, I would say.
The NHL's just all about defense this year moving.
Apparently, there's lots of tags on these guys that are pretty big price tags. The Tanev trade, which just went down over the last week, it was a 3-team trade, so it wasn't as big as we expected. There was lots of circulation that there was going to be a first-round pick involved.
Yeah, and I'm
There
surprised there wasn't. Tanev's a good defenseman.
Tanev is 30,000 years old.
He's 34.
For a rental?
Okay, yeah, he's only got 12 points this year.
No, he's not. Yeah.
But hey, they picked him up for
No,
25% of his salary, which
Yeah,
is
no, the Stars-
1 point.
The Stars did great. They did really good. Bringing in Tanev, that's going to bolster the D-core.
Yeah.
Heading into the playoffs, that makes them even scarier. He's obviously not there to score goals or create any offense. He's just there to shut down guys. So
A little veteran presence.
yeah, exactly. So I think that's a good move for the Stars. And
I think Calgary's return wasn't terrible. As much as it wasn't a first, I think it
That's
still
good.
wasn't brutal.
Yeah.
As much as you're going to get in a D-heavy kind of shop.
Yeah.
But anyways, right D moving. Another right D that might move, or there's some interest, is Sean Walker. Do you think he moves? Dylan doesn't like him.
I do actually really like Sean Walker. He was great for the Kings.
Bring him back to the Kings.
No. Do not do that.
That's their one plethora that they have is a ton of right shot Ds.
Yeah, I think you could see it. The Flyers are in a wild card spot in that East. So, are they the wild card spot?
Yeah.
Are they in the div?
Oh, they might be in the div.
Sorry, Jace.
Sorry, Jace.
I'm not a Flyers expert here, but anyways, they're in a playoff spot.
Yeah.
And I don't like moving Sean Walker. I don't know how much of an effect it actually has on the Flyers.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
I think he was really good at the start of the season. Like, really, really good. You all right?
Yep.
Yeah, he was really good at the start of the season, so I don't know where he stands right now in that Flyers decor, but I think he's a solid top. He can fit into any. He can be a top 6 defenseman. Like, he's not being
he'll add some depth, and
he's not being a 7th defenseman. Like, he's going to slide into most decors and be effective. So
yeah.
I think if anybody trades for him, it better be a top end team that just needs depth in their decor.
Yeah, he's not changing the scope of your whole organization.
No, absolutely not. And I think if the Flyers keep him, then that's not a bad thing at all either. So I don't know if he stays put. I don't know if he leaves. But regardless, I think whoever gets him is going to like him. And if the Flyers keep him, then
they won't be too upset.
They won't be too upset.
Try and upset someone in the playoffs.
Yeah, I kind of want the Flyers to.
No, I might cry if the Flyers make it.
The Flyers are sneaky, dude.
No,
they're fun.
I don't. No, not Tort. I don't want to see Torts go deep.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
No,
nah.
I want to see that.
No, I just want to see my Canadian teams win.
True. Speaking of defensemen that are on the trade block, Lyubushkin got taken out of the Ducks lineup this evening. Sounds like he's on the move.
Where's he going?
We have no idea.
No, we don't have a clue.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, it's probably going to get announced before we release this.
It's probably going to get released once we're done recording this, so that's going to be fun. Let me check my phone, make sure nothing happened.
Nothing going on. I don't even know where I'd want to see him. Toronto. Send him to Toronto.
You think so?
That's where I'm sending him.
Leafs, Ducks, and Hurricanes involved in ongoing trade discussion. It's believed if the deal goes through, through Carolina will be used as a third-party retention.
Bang. How about me? I know my stuff.
Per Darren Drager.
Oh, me and Drager are on the same page. He's going to Toronto. And they're going to add some depth. Well, that's what...
Wasn't he...
I thought he was with Toronto.
Am I crazy?
Is he with Toronto?
I thought he was before. Maybe he's going back.
Yeah.
Anyways, Lyubushkin sounds like he's on the move. We're about to find out sooner than later.
Yeah.
Sorry if we're not going to be breaking news on the podcast, but
no.
But there's a chance we got Ilya Lyubushkin on the move to the Leafs. That's your prediction?
Yeah. Drager confirms it.
Drager confirms it.
Thanks, buddy.
Anyways, speaking of, was it Carolina that was involved in that one?
Yeah.
Okay, Carolina was in talks with Van about Elias Pettersson.
Oh yeah, and they threw some big names out there. It was Nikas
and
Teravainen. No. Yeah. No, I think it was Nikas and...
Or was it Svech?
No, it was Teravainen. It wasn't Svech.
No?
It wasn't Svech.
Okay. Anyways, Carolina and Vancouver were in talks about Pettersson. Vancouver again. Contract talks. They can't get it done.
Like, they can't get it done.
If there's a guy I want sticking around, it's 4-0 on the Canucks. That guy.
No, and the guys they bring back, they do good, but like they just can't seem to avoid this.
Yeah, the contract is
drama.
Yeah, it's constant. Anyways, that's what Elliot Friedman was talking about earlier today. But yeah, they were throwing some big names at him. They're trying to bolster that forward core.
I mean, they need it. Like,
they need some scoring. And
Pettersson could provide that.
Yeah, but Vancouver is still trying to extend him through the season and into the off season. Obviously, you don't want to let that guy go.
Especially you're in the middle of a cup run. Like, you're trying to be a contender this year. You're not going to trade.
Yeah, that's
like how do you even afford to trade away a guy like that in the middle of a cup run?
No,
that dismantles your room
entirely. That's a bad idea.
Yeah,
especially a guy like that. He just seems to be a pretty fun-loving guy.
Yeah, no, he seems like a beauty.
Yeah.
Speaking of guys who are staying put, Jacob Markstrom
stays in Cowtown. That's kind of weird to me.
Why?
Because you get a Markstrom that's playing at a pretty high level this year at a very old age. You
He's
could
only
probably
33.
34.
This TSN says 33. Are you
Is it?
questioning TSN?
Nope, I take it all back. TSN, I apologize. TSN is right. He's playing at such a high level,
Yeah.
and goalies into their 30s are not like you don't.
No, it's tough to.
You're not getting any better.
No.
And
And they got to make room for Dustin Wolf.
yeah, like you have to eventually. And the Flames, like, they're in the hunt, but
They've been
playing
cooking
good hockey.
lately.
Yeah, they've been playing good
They've
hockey.
been cooking lately.
So I mean, they're not going to win a cup.
No.
And that's the retool.
Hey, I would love to see them be my 5th Canadian team in the playoffs. Knock out the Kings.
The Kings are going to knock themselves out. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I feel like you could pawn him off to a team for a rental. And you could probably bring
he's
back.
got 2 years left. He's not a UFA
Sorry,
this
he's
year.
not a rental. But like, you can deal him off.
And then you'll get 2 more years out of him. Good years. Like the team
two
that gets
solid
him.
years at least. So you can get a good haul out of that. And yeah, like I said, like Calgary's not making a cup run this year.
No, they're not.
They're gonna squeak in, maybe steal a series, maybe.
And that's a big ask
That's
in
a
the West.
big if. So yeah, him staying put. Maybe they have something in the works. I
Maybe
really
in the
don't- maybe it's a
offseason?
smokescreen. I have no idea. Maybe they are actually gonna make it seem like he's more valuable than he is, and then a team calls and they go, yeah, sure. So I'm not 100% sure, but it sounds like he is gonna be in Calgary for
after the deadline.
for the next couple years. Finish
Yeah.
out his contract. Maybe
I could see him moving next year
Yeah.
after, as his contract comes up. But goalies as rentals is always finicky.
always a bad idea.
Yeah, everyone like they try and try again, and it never works. I can't even think of a time where it's really worked when you haven't re-signed a big name goalie. Like obviously Bob going to Florida,
Yeah.
like he was brutal for 2 years, and then all of a sudden just bang, he finally picks up, and lo and behold, you're in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, he kind of finds that second wind, and next thing you know, Florida's back to buzzing. So
Yeah, and they're gonna be good this year.
they are going to be really good. But
Toronto's gonna have a tough time knocking them off.
oh my god, dude, you're ridiculous. But we were talking about defensemen. I, as a Kings fan, I'm obligated to talk about about the Kings and this right-handed shot defenseman Matt Roy. There's been a little bit of rumbling as the Kings have slipped and slid, and it's bad. They're losing guys left and right. Yeah, entirely. Like
Down the hill.
they lose their leading point getter. They lose their starting defenseman. They lose Victor Arvidsson again to long term.
Dude, this is your time. Circumvent the cap.
They're slow. The campaign's not out long enough. And they don't have enough money.
Dude, someone take a bat to Kempe's knee and we'll just...
Again, yeah, just really, really get shit started.
Yeah, let's... Language,
I didn't mean to
Dylan.
do that. I'm sorry.
Language.
Anyways,
We're a family-friendly podcast.
I know we are. I'll bleep that out. But Matt Roy the Kings are in a weird spot right now. They're in the playoffs. I'm sure they'll make the playoffs, but right now they're limping, and they're limping hard. So
Yeah.
it sounds like
Final stretch of a marathon, you're dehydrated, their legs are giving...
cramps
It's
are kicking in.
McQueen coming down the line.
yeah, he lost both of his tires. He's hobbling to the line. He's sticking his tongue out. It's bad.
He's trying.
It's ugly in California for those boys. But I think you kind of have to retool. Rob Blake's going to try and save his job.
Do you think they try and retool on the fly?
I don't know. I think he's gonna panic trade. I think he's gonna try and find a second line winger. Tyler Toffoli reunion. I literally
I'd
do
love
not.
that.
I literally don't know. I think but Rob Blake has assembled the team in the last 2 years. They've been first round exits. Now he's gonna try and panic, dish away whoever to bring in somebody, or maybe he makes the right move, kind of retools.
Because there have like you could retool for next year. Like
100%.
you're not...
No, we're not in a bad spot.
You showed spurts in October. The October Kings were good.
Spurts. They were dominant in October. They didn't lose on the road, and now they've completely lost identity. But I'm going to get into that when we talk about the Flames game.
Flames. We'll
But-
cover our last... I got 2 more guys on my
we'll-
list
we'll
that I was
spit this
thinking.
out.
Was Jake Gensel. Where do you think he's going?
He's hurt right now.
Do you think he goes though anywhere?
Isn't he on LTIR?
Circumvent the cap. He's going to Vegas.
He's going to Vegas. I don't think so.
You don't think he moves?
I don't know. It's weird. The
know.
Pens are weird.
Pens are a weird team. They're cooking now a little bit.
A little bit. It's weird. I think Gensel ends up staying put. They're gonna try and push, make a little bit of a playoff push.
How do you not push with Crosby?
How do you not push with Crosby, Malkin, Letang?
You still have them. You still have them.
Yeah, they're there.
I know they're old, but you still have them. You still have to. You get those guys into a playoff series, there's always a chance.
Always a chance.
Yeah.
You have Sidney Crosby on your team.
Yeah. And he's been performing at a lights out pace.
100%. So, I don't think they move Gensel. Would I be surprised if they do? No. Would I be surprised if they don't?
No.
I think they're in a weird spot as a team. They're in the hunt like the Flames. So, it's a bit of a toss-up.
Yeah, see what they do.
Yeah. Anyways, who's your last guy?
Oh, last thing was, well, maybe two. No, and they're not guys. It's just who do you think teams are going to target?
Teams. Okay, yeah.
First, because Edmonton's got a first rounder on the block. Who do you think they go after? Do you think they're chasing D depth? Do you think they're chasing some forward depth?
You have to. You need defensemen.
A little bit of both, you think?
Need defensemen.
Goalie?
Well, yes. That's obvious. That's glaringly obvious. But maybe not glaring. He's not that bad. But he's not that good.
No. Yeah, we'll see.
Their decor is not. Their decor is very offensively gifted. They not defensively gifted.
Yeah, they need a more reliable guy.
And I think Ekholm's not bad.
No, I really like the way Ekholm plays.
I feel like he's losing a bit of a step, though. He's getting older. He's getting up there.
I think he's lost some of his offensive touch, but you still like his zone exits and his ability to he's smart and
I think if you get a guy on that second pair that can kind of shut it down, then that would kind of be what I'd look for. I'm not an avid Oilers watcher because I hate them, but I think if you acquiring a defenseman that can shut down is never a bad thing for a playoff team.
Not a playoff team.
Yeah, never a bad idea. So I think you focus on they already got Perry. Right.
Yeah.
Forward
they made that move early.
That forward core's already very deep, so I wouldn't be too worried about forward depth.
No.
Again, we talked about goalies being finicky. I'd probably stay put with.
Skinner's still your goalie of the future.
And no matter how everybody perceives him, you're gonna ride with him no matter what.
Yeah, and if you're not gonna sell him short just to make one cup run. That being said, Davo's contract up in 2 years. I hope he leaves just to
where.
I don't even care. Just get out of Edmonton and piss all the Edmontonians off. Yeah. I think that'd be awesome. That'd be so rockstar. That being said, if I was going to see him go anywhere...
Gretzky 2.0?
Yeah, but Gretzky didn't really... Oh, Did they say they were trading him?
I don't know. But Gretzky went to the Kings.
Yeah, let's not send McDavid to the Kings. Or let's... No. I agree. Let's send him to the Kings and watch the Kings screw up the rest of his career. And McDavid's best days, like Gretzky, are going to be in Edmonton.
Yeah, but Gretzky won in Edmonton.
Yeah. McDavid's never going to win a cup until he goes chasing when he's 39. Just kidding. They're going to win this year, and you're going to have to dye your hair bright pink. Not that I'm really betting on that because I need it bad, but...
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Anyways.
Who's your other team?
Oh, just Toronto. I think it's glaring that they need defense.
Obviously.
And I think they make a move here and get, who did we just say?
Babushkin. Yeah, I mean, maybe Hanifin.
Yeah.
We'll see if Calgary ends up dishing out any more defensemen. But
yeah, and their decor's so good.
Very good.
Yeah, we just watched them.
Mm-hmm.
We'll wrap up our trade deadline.
Do you want to hop into that?
Let's go right into that.
The Kings are so bad.
Yeah, the Kings stink, ladies and gentlemen. We went and watched them, and it's not even... I'm not even going to blame their goaltending for what we watched. Sorry, for a little bit of context, we went and watched Kings Flames.
We went and watched Kings Flames on Tuesday. Thanks for the tickets, Dad. That was a Christmas present, and boy, did the Kings ruin Christmas. What a bunch of idiots.
I don't know. I quite enjoyed it, actually.
I'm sure you did.
My Christmas was great.
I hated it.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to judge a team on a back-to-back, but they were pathetic the night before.
We watched the Edmonton game on TV before, and it was the same problems in both nights.
Yep, they are so... Their identity at the start of the year was to be fast and hard checking, and they have done absolutely none of that. They can't get out of their own zone. Their zone entries are poor. They do not create any offensive time. They don't create any high-scoring chances. Both their goals were lucky at most. Like the Phil Deneau shot was nice.
That was rock star.
It was an absolute. You don't see those goals anymore.
No, not
he
very
walks
often.
in, slap her over Markstrom's glove, and then the Fiala goal to make it 2-2 off his pad. Nice backhand in the slot. He was wide open.
Yeah.
But other than that, like there was maybe one shift in that entire game.
Yeah, they had 2 good shifts where there was sustained ozone pressure.
Where they had sustained ozone pressure. But yeah, like they've just completely lost identity. It just looks like they were totally checked out that night.
Yeah.
Maybe they knew something about Kempe that we didn't. Maybe Kempe's out for a lot longer than we're thinking. But
yeah, but even in Edmonton, like when we were watching the game on the TV,
they completely shut down.
Couldn't break out. Their zone entries are terrible.
They can't. It's like they don't know how to pass the puck almost. It's like actually watching a Pee-wee team try and break out.
I was just going to say, like watching a midget AA team try and break out where there's no crisp passes. It's just like chip or you're fumbling passes. Which, to Calgary's credit, they have a very solid decor that stepped up and like they were stepping up on a lot of plays. And they made it very hard for that Kings team. And Calgary's playing well. And Markstrom is just a stud. You look at Markstrom in net, you look at Talbot in net, and you're like, holy.
Yeah, it's 2 different levels, man. It's crazy. So the Kings have to get back to what they were doing at the start of the year. I mean, the whipping boy is obviously Pierre-Luc Dubois, and I mean, after watching him live,
so soft.
After watching him live, it's kind of rightfully so. Like he just doesn't make a difference. And he's a big body, and like you look at Quentin Byfield, and you're like, these two should be relatively the same. Like they kind of have the same build.
Yeah, they're both skilled, quick.
Both skilled and fast, and Byfield plays with a certain amount of energy that, like, even if Dubois played with a fraction of it, like just something. So
because Dubois is a lot more established skill. Like he's he's smart, and he just doesn't actually go. Like he just doesn't go. It's just nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but like after actually sitting down to pay attention to it and watching it live, it looks a little different on TV, but when you're there in person, you're kind of watching and going like, oh my God, like he is literally collecting a paycheck to go out and glide. So I don't know, as a coach and Jim Hiller, what do you say to your $70 million guy?
I can't believe they're paying him that much.
Don't even get me started on that part. But yeah, it's like, it's so crazy. So eventually, like, there has to be something said. He looked really good after the Jim Hiller hire, and he had, I think, 7 points in the 6 games that the guys won.
Yeah.
And after Hiller was hired, and I'm like, okay, like, something had changed. And I'm like, this looks great. And then we watched him on Tuesday, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, you don't even want to be here.
No.
I've, like, literally never seen somebody put on a National Hockey League jersey and just look like they could care less.
Maybe Jody Gaudreau. Patrick Laine.
That's a topic for another day.
All soft. And the Kings lost. Edmonton lost in Calgary. About to go 0-3 tonight on the Western Swing. Which, not to take any...
Let me actually check that score, because this game has started.
The Western Swing is a tough swing. Like,
it is really tough.
Coming through Edmonton, Van, Calgary, the way they've been playing.
And the Kings are up 1-0 after the first.
Oh, baby, they're so back.
I was going to
throw out a little womp-womp.
You want to guess who scored?
Yeah, I'll guess.
Yeah, go
Trevor
ahead.
Lewis.
Drew Doughty.
Oh my God, bomb.
Bomb. Yeah, so maybe tables turn a little bit.
Maybe this is them bouncing back.
No, they're going to lose 6-1.
Yeah, they're going to get pumped in the third.
But anyways, enough harping on the Kings. They have enough problems of their own, and hopefully they get healthy, and maybe Cam Talbot turns back the clock 12 years, and I don't know, I'll start Cam Talbot, but
yeah, not going to happen. Kings stink. They're losing out to the playoffs. Flames are going to jump up. That's my take.
Shut up.
Because I need a Canadian team.
All right. Well, speaking of losing, the Arizona Coyotes go winless in February. Woo! How's that, Gary? What are we thinking, Gary? Should we get him out of there or what?
No, but see, then he changed his focus. We're panicking on keeping Winnipeg.
Winnipeg's in trouble.
Yeah.
Winnipeg's in real trouble.
No, we're keeping Winnipeg. If you're worried about the ticket sales, go to the games.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gary. Never would have thought that would have solved it. It's Winnipeg, Manitoba. What did you expect?
Yeah. But Arizona, winless.
Yeah. Oh, brutal.
February. That is not good.
No.
But
at what point do they ever turn it around, or are they just going to be mediocrity forever?
they're sneaky fun, but
They're fun, sneaky fun, but they're not good. They don't win games.
They do not. They don't win them at all. Like,
I mean, that being said, Gary hasn't helped them out at all with getting them a first-round pick. He just kind of like lets them suck, and then even though we know the draft is rigged, doesn't give them a
no.
doesn't give them.
Ooh.
There's my hot take.
Wow.
Then doesn't give Arizona Arizona hasn't first overall in a while, and they haven't really been able to take advantage. Like the picks they've made have been good. I thought like Cooley's good. Like they're gonna be good.
Cooley's very good.
They should be good soon, but we've been saying that for
Ever.
yeah. Like I can't remember a time where the Coyotes were really good.
2011-12
They were actually good that year.
when they were in the Western Conference Final.
Oh yeah, there you go. That'd be the last time.
And they lost.
No, they're brutal. I don't like them.
Yeah.
Get them out of there.
Yeah, well, shout out Salt Lake City. We coming.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I actually would be a huge fan of that.
Yeah.
I would be. Salt Lake City is.
As long as they don't expand to 33, I would not be mad.
Yeah, keep it at 32. If
32.
you go over 33, I'm gonna.
If you're going to expand, make it an even number. It better be 2 teams expanding. I do not want 33.
No, 33 is such a weird number.
Actually, two's hard. Sorry, that's a bad take. I do not want. I think 32 is fine.
Yeah, 32 is a great
If
number.
we're
16
going-
a conference, half make the playoffs. Let's ride.
Yeah, I take back my 34 statement. Shut up, Dylan. That was dumb.
Yeah, Dylan. Womp womp.
So yeah, and if we're gonna go to a different city, we better be moving a team.
I
Better
agree.
be moving a team.
I agree. AZ or Winnipeg
AZ or Winnipeg, you can go to Salt Lake.
or Columbus. Get them out of Ohio. I'm not a big
Anyways.
Ohio fan, but we'll move on from that.
Oh my God.
I just don't like a lot of things, you know.
I respect it.
Thanks.
So we got a lot of hate in this house.
Yeah.
Tons of hate.
Yeah, get angry.
Okay, so we're gonna move away from all these loser talk.
Yeah,
All
boo.
these losers. Logan Stankoven, welcome to the league.
Yes.
First talk, he has 3 in his first 4 games.
Dude
He's
has-
making an impact in Texas.
He's been a dog wherever he goes.
Yep.
Like he's undersized, slips in the WHL draft,
Mhm.
goes into Kamloops, best player in the WHL in
Yep.
his last season,
And then
easily the hardest to
lights
play
up
against.
the A.
Then NHL draft, slips again.
Again.
Then
Because he's too
too
small.
small, jumps into the A, leads the A in points in his first season. This guy's still young enough that he could be playing in the WHL. And now
Crazy.
yeah, and now he's got 3 goals,
3 goals.
in 4 games playing for the Dallas Stars, and man, good to see him doing well. He's just a bowling ball. He's fun to watch.
He is really fun to watch. He is awesome.
Yeah, he is
Fan.
the epitome of just like Western hockey.
He's textbook.
He is
Western hockey.
textbook. If he was 6'2", he would be like
He'd be the greatest hockey player of all time.
Fair enough. True.
Not
Yes.
that he isn't already. He's sick.
Yeah, love Stankoven.
And another rookie, Matt Rempe. Is it Rempe or Rempe?
Rempe.
I
I've
think
been
it's
hearing.
Rempe.
Is it? I've been hearing Rempe.
Is it Rempe?
That's what I've been hearing.
All right. Well, sorry, Matt.
Matt.
Sorry,
Matt.
dude. Anyways, he is a psychopath.
Kind of looks like a floor mat after the last fight. Like he got not pumped because he kind of did get pumped by
little
Olivier.
bit.
Olivier beat him up a little
Yeah,
bit.
he got a good couple in there.
Yeah, he looked like he was hurting.
Man, he's like, call me soft, but I think he's swinging him a little too much. I mean, we got to protect that kid's brain.
Yeah, like there's something to be said for being a tough guy and being a power forward, and you come in fighting your first game versus Matt Martin.
Yeah, it's sick.
Sick.
So cool.
Awesome. Like, that's your
Outdoors,
first game
that
outdoors.
rocks.
Amazing. Is he at
Nah.
4 and 5 games now?
He is 22 pins in like 5 games.
He's got more. He's got 27.
Sorry, 22 in his last like 2. I meant.
Oh yeah, no, I think he's at 20. Last I saw, he was at 27 total and 15 minutes of ice time. So he's almost doubled his PIMS. Like his PIMS are almost double his ice time in the National Hockey League through 5 games. Which, and even if you're playing physical, I don't mind playing physical, but man, like
You're just eating.
you can't fight that often and not have major brain problems.
Yeah, it's because he's fun to watch. Like he's a big bot out there. Like he's a depth piece for the Rangers.
Yeah,
so.
he's not
No,
not
like-
overpowering offenses, but as a third, fourth line power forward,
Yeah, like
he's kind of what you expect and what you want.
Yeah, and you just hope it doesn't get too out of hand. Like, you know what? One of you guys gets blown up, you make that guy answer the bell.
Yeah, and if you want even if you want the belt, you don't have to fight every guy
You
on
don't
the
have
way
to-
there in your
you-
first season.
No, you can fight a couple guys, but
Yeah.
you don't have to get everybody.
Take your time getting up there. Respectable against Laurier.
Mhm.
Look sloppy versus Olivier because you've done 4 fights.
Because he
and-
can't see anymore.
Yeah, he's. Where am I swinging?
Yeah, so I hope he dials it back a bit. It's fun to see. Like,
Yeah.
Don't stop. No, hockey's fun with fights.
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
Everybody likes a good fight in hockey.
Yeah.
You get the crowd going, but I think you kind of gotta worry about your health a little bit, right? Like he's what 22.
If that, yeah, I think he's just 22.
21? Yeah, like we don't need to.
No, your brain's not even fully developed till you're 25.
No, we don't.
Like,
we don't need to see out of the league and having CTE with all that. Like CTE is bad.
Yeah.
Brain.
We know,
your brain's
and
important.
we know it's bad. Like
Your brain's very important. So.
Yeah. That being said, we're not that soft. Don't take fighting out of the NHL.
No, we like fighting. But yeah, we can't exactly tell you what to do because you could probably beat us up very easily. So keep doing you, pal. But
I'll tell you what to do.
Longer.
Dial it back. We want to watch you play more. Make more money that way.
Yeah, I watched him when he was in Seattle. He was like, I think he was a captain there.
Yeah.
Wow,
you watched him a long time ago.
Yeah, right.
Dang.
Actually, yeah, it was I think 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's a good enough player that he could make an impact without having to bash his brain in every game.
Yeah, we don't need him just hurting himself. But
no,
impressive either way.
Yeah,
we'll give it to him.
And now we've talked about the young guys.
Let's
talk about the old guy. Showtime back in Chicago. That was sick.
Oh, that was so cool. On Cheryl's retirement night.
Yeah, I was very wrong about that guy.
Yeah. Oh, we hadn't started the pod yet when you said it.
I didn't.
Start of the year, Dylan had a take that guys that normally come back from this injury don't do well.
That's surgery. And, I mean, there's a pretty small sample size, and we are talking about Patrick Kane here. So yeah. I'll eat my words. I'll wear that one on the chin.
No, Dylan's like, he's not getting more than 6 points this year. He's got a lot more than 6.
Yeah, he might have quadrupled, sextupled it.
Yeah. No, he's up there. Yeah. The goal, the call. I watched some of the edits about the call. Oh my goodness. It was so sick watching him score that overtime. Yeah. The crowd went nuts for a Detroit goal. Like sick.
So cool.
Yeah.
I was a big fan. I was all over the Patrick Kane thing. No matter that he broke my 8-year-old heart when I was younger.
A couple times.
Yeah, he was a true heartbreaker when I was younger. Yeah. But you gotta respect greatness. He's best American.
Yeah, did a lot for the league.
Truly.
One of the greatest American players of all time.
Yeah. He's awesome. The product he puts out on the ice is very fun. So you gotta respect that guy.
It was cool to see. I enjoyed it.
But I think that's all I got written down.
Perfect.
Unless you have something off the top of your brain.
Nope. I read no notes today. We're trying something new.
Wow. Talking about ad-libbing today. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Anyways, we are done for the day.
Yeah.
Episode number 8.
Ooh, do we want to throw who we got next week? Is it confirmed, or are we just going to leave that in the dark?
I'm not going to confirm it.
Because we're terrible at planning, but we'll leave it in the dark.
We're terrible at planning. But I have talked to this said person over the last week, and it sounds like we're going to clear up some time next week to do it, but I'm going to keep this one in the dark for now. I don't want to say anything.
Big name, if we get him.
Yeah, he's a very big name. So we'll see you guys next week with that interview because we know it's going to happen. I just don't want to say it right now. Keep the good aura in the air, but that's going to be it for episode number 8. We're out on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, you name it. Wherever you get your podcast.
TikTok, Twitter, we're on everything.
We're on everything. We're going to try and get to Facebook, hopefully.
We've been saying that for weeks.
My mom texted me and she goes, "You guys need help with Facebook?" I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
So we're going to try and get out onto some more social media. But yeah, we're going to have clips of the interview out on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
YouTube
clips,
Shorts, finally.
Clips of last week's interview because we didn't get any of those out, but that interview was awesome. If you haven't checked that one out, you should go back and check that one out.
Yeah, that one was funny.
It was damn funny, but yeah, we're out on all of the directories you can think of, and that is going to wrap up the show. We will see you guys next week. Thank you very much for watching and or listening. Breaking news. We're back. Hold on. We're going to edit this back in because Luke freaking called it.
I said he's going to Toronto.
Ilya Lyubushkin is going to Toronto.
Legitimately, as we stopped the podcast.
Literally, I looked at my phone and Lyubushkin is going to Toronto. But anyways.
Hey, this is my bid to be a scout. I know my stuff. Somebody watch this and sign me up.
Somebody sign him. But that's going to be it.
No, sorry.
Officially.
That's
Hold on.
officially it.
Let me check my phone one last time.
We're just
officially official.
Yeah.
Lyubushkin to Toronto. Well done. You nailed it.
Thanks.
But that is going to be it for the podcast. Thank you very much for watching and or listening, and we'll see you guys next week.